Every new parent has stood in that same spot. Baby crying. No obvious reason. You've done everything. And still, nothing works. Hi, I'm Paul, and I help parents understand the hidden meanings behind children's behavior so they can raise happier, smarter kids. And today, I want to show you something that will completely change how you read your baby's cries. Let me show you exactly how. Part 1. Hunger cries. Let's start with the cry every parent encounters first. The hunger cry. Last month, an exhausted father messaged me. His 3-week-old was screaming every single hour. He was feeding constantly, getting no sleep, convinced his baby wasn't getting enough milk. But here's what was actually happening. His baby was fully fed. A newborn's stomach empties every 2 to 3 hours. A cry arriving 1 hour after a complete feed is never about hunger. Never. But nobody had shown him what hunger actually looks like before it becomes a cry. Because hunger never starts as crying. It starts as a whisper. Early hunger cues. Your baby begins smacking their lips softly. Their head turns slowly side to side, searching, seeking. Their mouth opens wide, expecting. Miss these signals? And they move to the next stage. Mid-hunger cues. Hands move directly to the mouth. Body starts squirming and stretching. Small sounds begin building. Soft grunts, little sighs. Miss these. And then comes the cry. So here is the simple rule. If 2 to 3 hours have passed since the last feed for a newborn, 3 to 4 hours for a baby over 3 months, and you see those cues appearing, that cry has one meaning only. Feed me right now. But if the timing doesn't match, your baby is sending a completely different message. Part 2. Tired cries. So what was really happening with that father's baby? He wasn't hungry at all. He was completely overtired. And this is the mistake that traps thousands of parents. A newborn brain can handle being awake for only 45 to 90 minutes. After that window closes, sleep becomes urgent, not optional, not negotiable. And just like hunger, even tiredness announces itself long before crying begins. Early tired cues. Eyes lose their focus, drifting, glazing over. Your baby stares blankly at nothing in particular. Body movements slow down noticeably. Interest in faces and toys simply fades. Miss these. And tiredness escalates. Mid-tired cues. Yawning begins. Eyes start rubbing. Movements become jerky and uncoordinated. Fussing starts building. Harder to settle. Harder to please. Miss those. And the cry arrives. So if your baby is approaching their wake window, and you see those tired signals stacking up, that cry is saying one thing clearly. I need sleep right now. Dim the lights. Create calm. Put them down. That father did exactly this. He stopped feeding at every cry. Started watching wake windows instead. Within 2 days, the constant crying stopped completely. He finally slept because he stopped reacting to the cry and started reading what came before it. Part 3. Discomfort cries. Now, if your baby has fed recently, isn't near their sleep window, and is still crying, move to the next possibility. Discomfort. This cry means one simple thing. Something on my body feels wrong, and I need you to fix it. And this one has a checklist that works every single time. First, check the diaper. Is it wet or soiled? Is it twisted or bunched? Is it pressing too tightly around the legs or waist? Fix it, and watch the crying stop. Second, check temperature. Place your hand flat on their chest or back. Warm and dry, they're comfortable. Hot or damp, they're too warm. Remove a layer. Cool to the touch, they're cold. Add one. Third, check for physical irritants. This one surprises most parents. A single strand of hair wrapped around a tiny finger or toe. A clothing tag pressing against delicate skin. A blanket bunched beneath their back. These small things cause real discomfort. Work through this checklist systematically, and discomfort cries almost always resolve within minutes. Part 4. Boredom cries. Now here is something most parents never consider. Babies get bored. Genuinely, completely bored. And when they do, they cry about it just as loudly as anything else. But again, boredom sends signals before the cry arrives. Early boredom cues. Your baby turns their head deliberately away from whatever they're looking at. They begin squirming, not from discomfort, but from the restless search for something more interesting. They become vocal, soft grunts, small coos, trying to start a conversation with the world around them. And boredom deepens. Mid-boredom cues. Their back begins to arch. Arms and legs move with increasing urgency. They bat at nearby toys or push things away impatiently. Miss those? And the crying starts. But this cry has the most satisfying solution of all. Change something immediately. A different room, a new toy, a fresh face to look at, and watch. The crying stops the instant stimulation arrives. Not gradually, instantly. That immediacy tells you everything. Part 5. Pain cries. Now we come to the cry that matters most. The one you must never miss. Pain. And this cry feels different from everything else. Because it is different. Here is how you know. A healthy baby, even the youngest newborn, has peaceful moments during the day. Brief windows of calm contentment. Quiet alertness after a feed. Relaxed stillness before sleep. These moments exist in every healthy baby. When those moments disappear entirely, when your baby seems unable to settle at any point during the day, when they cry on and off continuously and nothing reaches them, when their body tells you something too, knees pulling up toward the belly, back arching rigidly against comfort, feeds being refused suddenly, sleep patterns shifting without explanation. That is not tiredness. That is not boredom. That is your instinct recognizing something that needs medical attention. Do not wait. Do not try one more thing. Call your doctor the same day. Your instincts about your own baby are almost always correct. Trust them completely. Part 6. Period of purple crying. There is one more crying pattern that blindsides parents completely. Because it looks like everything is wrong, when actually everything is normal. It is called the period of purple crying, and it affects most babies. It begins around 2 weeks of age. Crying spells that appear suddenly, usually in the late afternoon or evening, with no clear cause. No hunger, no tiredness, no discomfort. Just crying that arrives and then stops just as unexpectedly. Over the following weeks, these spells gradually build. Longer, more frequent, more intense, reaching their peak somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks of age. At this peak, your baby may cry for 2 to 3 hours every single day, sometimes more, and nothing you do seems to make a difference. This is the phase that breaks parents. That fills them with doubt and guilt and exhaustion. But here is what you must hold on to in those moments. This is completely normal neurological development. You did not cause it. You cannot stop it, but you can survive it. Because it ends between 3 and 4 months of age. It disappears. Knowing that finish line exists changes everything about how it feels to stand inside it. Your baby was never crying without reason. Every cry carried a specific message. Every cry was preceded by quieter signals, sent patiently, waiting for someone to notice, learning to read those early signals before the crying begins is not just about responding faster. It is about something deeper. Because a baby whose early cues are consistently met learns something in those first weeks and months. That shapes everything that follows. That their signals matter. That someone is paying attention. That they don't have to reach desperation to be heard. You are not just decoding cries. You are showing your baby, from their very first days, that their voice has always been worth listening to. If this video helped you today, please take 1 second and hit the like button right now. It helps other exhausted parents find this video when they need it most. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a video. Because every single week, I help you decode what your child's behavior is really telling you, so you can respond with confidence instead of confusion and guesswork. I will see you in the next one.